Did you know that Canada is poised to become a global leader in clean energy production, potentially reshaping the North American energy landscape? As the U.S. grapples with its own energy challenges, this shift could have significant implications for both nations. In recent years, Canada and the U.S. have maintained a complex relationship, particularly in defense and energy sectors. While both countries have historically collaborated on various initiatives, recent developments in Canada's energy strategy signal a potential pivot that could impact U.S. energy security. With Canada investing heavily in renewable energy sources and reducing its reliance on fossil fuels, the U.S. may find itself facing increased competition for energy resources and market share. This evolving dynamic raises questions about the future of energy cooperation and the implications for U.S. energy policy. This script will explore how Canada's strategic shift in energy production could jeopardize the U.S. energy sector, particularly in light of potential changes to defense agreements and energy trade. Throughout this script, we will delve into the specifics of Canada's new energy initiatives, examining the implications for U.S. energy markets and the potential fallout from a weakened energy partnership. We will also discuss the broader geopolitical ramifications of this shift, including how it may affect defense relations between the two countries. Finally, we will consider the potential responses from the U.S. government and energy sector stakeholders as they navigate this changing landscape. Join us as we unpack the complexities of this critical issue and its far-reaching consequences. The defense relationship between Canada and the United States has deep roots, dating back to the early 20th century. The two nations have collaborated closely on security matters, particularly during World War I and World War II, where they fought side by side. The establishment of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, in 1949 further solidified this partnership, with Canada being one of the founding members. Over the decades, various agreements have been forged to enhance military cooperation, including the NORAD, North American Aerospace Defense Command Agreement in 1958, which established a joint defense mechanism against aerial threats. This collaboration has been characterized by shared intelligence, joint military exercises, and coordinated responses to global security challenges. However, the relationship has not been without its challenges. Disagreements over defense spending, military engagements, and trade policies have occasionally strained ties. Despite these tensions, the fundamental commitment to mutual defense has remained a cornerstone of Canada-U.S. relations. In recent years, several events have escalated. Tensions between Canada and the U.S., particularly in the context of trade and energy policy. The imposition of tariffs on Canadian aluminum and steel by the U.S. in 2018 created significant friction, leading to retaliatory measures from Canada. Political statements from both sides have further fueled discord, with Canadian leaders expressing concerns over U.S. protectionist policies that threaten the integrated North American economy. Additionally, Canada's commitment to transitioning to renewable energy sources has raised alarms in the U.S. energy sector, as American companies fear losing market share and access to Canadian resources. The Biden administration's focus on climate change and clean energy has also prompted discussions about energy independence, which could lead to a reevaluation of existing agreements. These developments have created an atmosphere of uncertainty, prompting both nations to reassess their defense and energy strategies. As Canada moves forward with its ambitious energy initiatives, the implications for U.S. energy security and defense relations are becoming increasingly pronounced, highlighting the need for renewed dialogue and cooperation in an evolving geopolitical landscape. Mark Carney, the former governor of the Bank of Canada and the Bank of England, has recently made headlines with his perspective on the F-35 deal, which has been a contentious topic in Canada-U.S. defense relations. Carney has emphasized the importance of investing in modern defense capabilities, arguing that Canada must prioritize its national security in an increasingly complex global landscape. He has expressed concerns that the F-35 program, while technologically advanced, may not align with Canada's strategic interests, particularly as the country shifts its focus toward renewable energy and climate change initiatives. Carney has suggested that Canada should consider alternative defense investments that not only enhance military readiness, but also support the transition to a sustainable economy. His statements reflect a broader sentiment among some Canadian leaders who believe that the F-35 deal could divert resources away from critical areas such as clean energy and infrastructure. By advocating for a reevaluation of defense spending priorities, Carney is positioning Canada to take a more holistic approach to security that encompasses both traditional military capabilities and emerging global challenges. Defense Minister Bill Blair has also weighed in on the F-35 deal, underscoring the Canadian government's commitment to maintaining a strong defense posture while navigating the complexities of international relations. Blair has acknowledged the strategic importance of the F-35 program, particularly in terms of interoperability with U.S. forces and NATO allies. However, he has also highlighted the need for Canada to balance its defense commitments with its climate goals. Blair's comments suggest a nuanced approach, where Canada seeks to modernize its military capabilities without compromising its environmental objectives. He has indicated that the government is actively reviewing its defense procurement strategies to ensure they align with both national security needs and Canada's commitment to reducing greenhouse gas emissions. This dual focus on defense and sustainability reflects a growing recognition that the future of security is intertwined with environmental considerations. Blair's statements signal a willingness to engage in dialogue with both domestic stakeholders and international partners, emphasizing the importance of collaboration in addressing the multifaceted challenges facing Canada and the U.S. in the coming years. Canadian public opinion regarding the F-35 deal has been mixed, with a significant portion of the population expressing skepticism about the investment. Recent polls indicate that nearly 60% of Canadians believe the government should prioritize domestic issues, such as healthcare and climate change, over military spending on advanced fighter jets. Many citizens have voiced concerns about the high costs associated with the F-35 program, which is projected to exceed $19 billion over its lifetime. A notable quote from a public forum reflects this sentiment. "We need to invest in our future, not just in military hardware. There are pressing issues at home that require our attention and resources." This perspective highlights a growing desire among Canadians to see their government focus on social and environmental priorities rather than costly defense contracts. The impact of the F-35 decision extends beyond budgetary concerns, affecting military families who are directly involved in defense operations. For many families, the uncertainty surrounding the F-35 deal has created anxiety about their loved ones' future deployments and the resources available to them. One military spouse shared her experience, stating, "We want our partners to have the best equipment to ensure their safety, but we also worry about the implications of spending so much on one program. It feels like a tug of war between what's best for our military and what's best for our country." Another family member expressed frustration, saying, "We need to ensure that our troops are well equipped, but we also want to see investments in areas that support our communities and families." These anecdotes illustrate the complex emotions military families face as they navigate the implications of defense spending decisions, balancing their commitment to national security with the pressing needs of their communities. As Canada reevaluates its defense procurement strategy, several European fighter jets have emerged as potential alternatives to the F-35. Two prominent options are the Eurofighter Typhoon and the French Rafale. The Eurofighter Typhoon, developed by a consortium of European aerospace companies, is known for its agility, advanced avionics, and multi-role capabilities, making it suitable for both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions. It has been successfully deployed by several NATO countries, showcasing its reliability and effectiveness in various combat scenarios. On the other hand, the French Rafale, produced by Dassault Aviation, is celebrated for its versatility and ability to operate from both land and aircraft carriers. The Rafale has proven its capabilities in combat operations, particularly in the Middle East, and is equipped with cutting-edge technology, including advanced radar and weapon systems. Both aircraft offer Canada the opportunity to strengthen its defense ties with European allies while diversifying its military capabilities. Switching to European jets like the Eurofighter Typhoon or Rafale comes with its own set of advantages and disadvantages. One significant advantage is the potential for enhanced interoperability with NATO allies, particularly those already operating these aircraft. This could facilitate joint training exercises and collaborative missions, strengthening Canada's role within the alliance. Additionally, European jets may offer more favorable procurement terms, including potential offsets that could benefit the Canadian aerospace industry. However, there are also notable disadvantages to consider. One major concern is the potential for increased operational costs associated with maintaining and supporting a different fleet of aircraft. Transitioning to a new platform would require significant investment in training, infrastructure, and logistics, which could strain the defense budget. Furthermore, the Eurofighter and Rafale may not possess the same level of stealth capabilities as the F-35, which could impact Canada's ability to conduct operations in contested environments. Ultimately, while European alternatives present viable options for Canada's defense strategy, careful consideration of the operational, financial, and strategic implications is essential. Balancing the need for modern military capabilities with fiscal responsibility and national priorities will be crucial as Canada navigates its defense procurement landscape. The potential cancellation of the F-35 deal could have significant long-term consequences for Canada's defense strategy. First and foremost, it would necessitate a reevaluation of Canada's military capabilities and priorities. Without the F-35, which is designed to provide advanced stealth and multi-role capabilities, Canada may find itself at a disadvantage in terms of air superiority and operational effectiveness, particularly in high-threat environments. This could lead to a reliance on older aircraft, which may not meet the evolving demands of modern warfare. Additionally, the cancellation could hinder Canada's ability to participate in joint operations with allies, particularly the United States, which has heavily invested in the F-35 program. As a result, Canada might face challenges in maintaining interoperability with NATO forces, potentially limiting its contributions to collective defense efforts. Furthermore, the decision could prompt a shift in defense spending priorities, as the government may need to allocate resources to alternative platforms or enhance other areas of military capability, such as cyber defense or ground forces. In the global context, the cancellation of the F-35 deal could have broader implications for Canada's relationships with NATO and other allies. The F-35 program is not just a defense procurement initiative. It represents a commitment to collective security, and technological collaboration among partner nations. By stepping away from the F-35, Canada risks sending a signal of disengagement from NATO's modernization efforts, which could raise concerns among allies about Canada's commitment to shared defense responsibilities. This decision may also affect Canada's standing within NATO, as member countries expect contributions that align with collective defense strategies. Moreover, the cancellation could open the door for other nations to fill the void left by Canada's absence in the F-35 program, potentially leading to a shift in defense partnerships. Countries like the U.S. may seek to strengthen ties with other NATO members who are committed to the F-35, thereby marginalizing Canada's influence in defense discussions. In summary, the implications of canceling the F-35 deal extend beyond immediate military capabilities, affecting Canada's strategic posture, its role within NATO, and its relationships with key allies in an increasingly complex global security environment. In summary, the potential cancellation of the F-35 deal presents a complex array of challenges and opportunities for Canada. The historical context of Canada-U.S. defense relations highlights the importance of military collaboration, while recent developments, including tariffs and political statements, have strained this partnership. Key figures like Mark Carney and Defense Minister Bill Blair have voiced differing perspectives on the F-35, reflecting the broader public sentiment that prioritizes domestic issues over military spending. Alternatives such as the Eurofighter Typhoon and French Rafale offer viable options, but they come with their own set of advantages and disadvantages. Ultimately, the decision to cancel the F-35 deal could have long-term consequences for Canada's defense strategy and its relationships with NATO and other allies, raising questions about the future of military cooperation in an evolving global landscape. As we consider the implications of these developments, several questions arise. How should Canada balance its defense needs with pressing domestic priorities? What alternative strategies can be implemented to ensure national security while addressing climate change? How will this decision impact Canada's role within NATO and its relationships with key allies? We invite you to share your thoughts on these questions and engage in the conversation. Your insights are valuable as we navigate these critical issues together. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, leave a comment below, and stay tuned for updates on this evolving topic. Your participation helps us foster a deeper understanding of the challenges and opportunities facing Canada's defense strategy.